And then I'm going to try and get power up that way, so I'm not freaking out about it. You'll notice that things have gotten a lot quicker and a lot more chill, just because now I can deploy bots everywhere. So, it only works in one view mode, I guess. Alrighty. Because I was trying to, like, flick that down. You can do it kind of neatly that way. Alright. Guess I can't, so pull those drills off. Those down. And put at least one here. Then I'll have to figure out what to do with base stuff. Alright, this is gonna go out 1, 2. Once that's done, I'll run it over towards the uranium mine, as well as up over there, so I can get roboports going in multiple areas. And I'll take down this extraneous stuff here, so I can use that for actual useful things. Don't mind if it draws a hole around my base, but that's a bit much. Alrighty. And then that can go, since it's connecting there. Then I'll have to add a second furnace to take down this one. So there is that 8 million and that 1.6 million. That's like eventually concrete, just not now concrete. That is my final thing, so what have I gotten done? So that's 2 out of 4. Because I need to get another iron line up. Electric furnaces I'm going to call done for now. Solar panels and accumulators are done. Secure copper is 1 out of 2. Mine's done. And that's something where it's just gonna eventually become a bottleneck on quality, basically. Secure nuclear reactors. Secure nuclear power is definitely not done. Foundation feed is not up. That unfortunately had to happen first. automoles is going to be a long way off. Power armor just happened to happen. This is happening somewhat, but that's mainly going to be useful once white science gets started. Space science. This is like 70 out of 600. That's the scale of that job. Although the thing is, if I look over there and I see like 1,200 iron, I can speed this job up by 60, right? Particularly since I can also go in now and be like, since I said that that's a priority, we're gonna make like it's a priority and put that many in there. Put another... Oopsies. Oh, I won't do that. Like, yeah, just throw numbers at these problems until they are no longer problems. Because with some extra solar panels, like, yeah, this becomes a full power deal. And that delays investment in other bases, but that's kind of the goal here. Make it so I don't have to care about this stuff. Okay, that goes down, that goes in. This gets pulled off, and since that's now a full one, we're going to do a high priority split kind of deal here, where it goes off of this one first, so this mine gets used up first. And there's just not going to be a lot to do. I'll get explosives done, follower drones done. Just reason that it's a command economy, so it's not about whether or not it matters, so that might actually end up getting landmines done, of all things. part of the reason why I'm doing 30 is like, yep, it does matter. But next time is going to be trying for Covarex enrichment. Quality drills is going to be out of 600. Say 630 actually. Because I'll put some on the uranium too as I get decent ones done. Just for a laugh. And if I get this sealed up well enough, I can have an oil field right in this area, too, which would be nice. Not too much of a walk. Just have to start grabbing bullets like crazy, too. Feel like I need 1,000 of that. So it's going to be Covarex, and then I'm going to try and get platform foundation up too, because I have that extra bit of steel. So all my science is going really fast because I got science online again. So it's not like it just doesn't care, basically. Okay, it's a good place to leave it though. QGC 8. 14 hours, yeah. This is why I'm like, and it's probably going to go to leaving at 20 to 24 hours, which is... it's okay. You could potentially develop... like, if I got out at 22, I know you could do 3 6-hour planets somehow. Doing blueprint pre-crafting and turn it into an express delivery, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I want to be like, no, you just need to touch this a little bit in order to make it cook. But I am starting to actually feel positive about this run, where it's like last session playing, it's just like, oh boy, this is going to take everything, isn't it? Yeah. That is how it goes. I'm going to stop my timer and edit all this stuff. Alright, so this time, I went away for a week, decided to write out a little to-do list. Because when I got to this point, see, now I've got a real life furnace, big boy furnace. And what that means is I have to look at this stuff and say, what can I get online? What can I work with? What can't I work with? And ultimately that means lots of small reroutes. So like this steel, I'm going to space this out Because suddenly I've got big steel, right? And then I've got this concrete production, which happens with the stone, so that's not gonna go very fast. But this is a thing where it's like I'm looking at this stuff and I'm being like, okay, I have to do X, Y, and Z. So somehow I've got to run this through using my bots. And you can see this is running down, so what I'd like to do is actually run this in here. And not output priority, but input priority. And that's just to give me an idea where it's going to come in at. So the idea is, I'm still consuming this mine, right? But the steel's all going to start to go down this way. And since I do have that going on, what I can do is I can start to manipulate this and say, all right, you're going to go and help space while somebody else does something interesting. And then, yeah, I have LDS, but that lets me really get this idea of a space service online. And then what I'm gonna do is cut this, paste it, actually. And just have a weird building in the middle of nowhere. Doing this job. And yeah, the logistics will be really funny looking and really weird, but... Oop, there is a warning there. The trees are not behaving. That's what that means. Yeah, it's gonna look really funny and really weird, but... it is one of those things where it's like, and I kind of really need this stuff. Now, I'm going to decommission that from set recipe and pull this off. To, and really make a dedicated service here. Because, right, I'm going to need this stuff to go off. Really, I want these rockets to be as full as possible, and for Ryan to start working. And that's such a deal where it's just kind of inevitable. Then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to make some judgment calls about how things are going. Do I want that? Yeah. this is so it can all get piled in. And it cannot cause a jam. And alright, that's going to be logged into the logistics network now. So, little itty bitty things. And I can actually turn that to everything, I believe, so that both of those will follow that routine. And that will mess it up. I tried. Alrighty. Then where are we at with all of these jobs? Because I do want my miners. Okay, good on pump jacks. This one will go somewhere else, I think. So that should be good. That's building up actually to a frightening extent. Actually is something where it's like, and consider coffee. What do you want to make out of this, and in what order? Because, you know, if I have all those parts, can actually get away with quite a bit. Right. So let's make some more odd concrete. Okay, steel's now getting done too. That's a thing where it's like, yep, now I have 125 steel. Oh, this is awkward. I wish I could remember what's supposed to be in here. Right now, just make sure my assembly lines are jamming in the right way. And alright, we've got that going. Let's see, what does Mr. Ryan need now? Mainly just foundation and a couple of asteroid collectors. And that's where things get tricky, because on my list, I have to go out and get fuel next. And if I look over at my bots, that's going to kind of be one of the guiding things, is how many bots do I have? And it's like, well, we're starting to get movement here. So that's not 30, right? And that's kind of the thing, is like, it gets to a certain point and you just start to have a kind of momentum where I need to go and set up a defensive line. I can do that, and over several workspaces. Okay, and that would run into there. I just want this to be able to hop over here. And like, yeah, it's a thing where it's like, now that I have this momentum, do I need to be the one doing X or Y thing? And it's like, oh yeah, there are certain things which need to happen. Like, I'm still watching those mines run down, as I should, but there's also other little stuff happening, like solar panels that I need. And it is time to do lasers. Two. Because I've got everything here, right? And that might overrun my battery section, but oh well. One of the hard things is I kind of just have to shrug my shoulders and say, is it working? Yeah. So that's batteries. Yep, that'll work. That's a tricky one, though, because I'm going to need many more grids like this in order for this to work. Oopsies. That's why we make relative blueprints. Two AM hijinks. Okay, that's also why we make large runs of bots, and is that continuing? Yeah, we've got about 300 construction bots. And even though it takes them a long time to run out there, I mean, now I don't have to go out to this uranium mine. Is the logic. So that means that, you know, projects can possibly get done. It's neat. Please like and subscribe to see more content like this.